Alright friends, inside this video topic, we'll discuss an additional concept of this course and that is how to add products from React to our WooCommerce product store. Let's go back to browser. So successfully, to last video topic we had completed this interesting journey of this interesting course where we had covered each and every concept what basically we need to create a headless WooCommerce store. Now in this video, we'll discuss an additional concept and concept is pretty very simple that how to add a product, how to create a product from React application to our WooCommerce product store. Let's go back to WordPress admin panel. Then after, I'll go into this product section. So we can see that here, all these products, what basically we have imported from a CSV file. Remember, this was the concept what we had done at the earliest stage of this interesting course. But this time, I want to create a product in dynamic way by using React.js. Now, next after this, what are the parameters we have to pass while creating any e-commerce product store? So it's very simple. Let's click on this button, add new product. So simply I will click and open into new tab. So we can see that while creating any WooCommerce product store, first thing first, we have to pass product title. It means product name. Then after product description. Here then we have regular price, sale price. So regular price is the normal price of this product. And if suppose I want to give some discount, so that will be on the sale price. And also inside this right hand sidebar, we can see some parameters like product image, product gallery, and product categories. So we can see that there are lots of parameters what basically we have to pass while creating a WooCommerce product. But remember, these parameters are not required. Only we have to pass few parameters which is required to create a product inside WooCommerce. So it's better. Let's go to API documentation. So here I'm inside woocommerce.github.io/WooCommerce Trust API docs. Then after I'll go here and let's scroll, click on products, and inside this product section here we have an API endpoint called create a product. So we can see that here we have the API endpoint and this API endpoint we have to hit using post request type. And additionally, inside this right hand side, we can see like inside data, it's an object, and inside this data, we have to pass only these parameters to create a product inside WooCommerce. So what basically I have planned, simply I'll create a method inside our React API.js file, and into that method, simply these are the parameters I will pass to this API endpoint with using post request type. Let's go back to editor. Then I will open src api.js, and then after let's scroll down, and here I'll call it as let's add product to WooCommerce product store. Now here what I will do, let's export const add product to store equals to async method I will use. So async, and inside this method I will pass product data. And right here inside this function, it's a try block. Then after also we'll have a catch block. So in case of any error, simply let's log into console. So console.log error. Then I will go into this try block. So let's say const URL equals to backtick symbol dollar curly pairs. So I'll use API URL. And remember, the API endpoint is up to products. If I again go back to our, so we can see that this is V3, and after V3 here we have forward slash products. So here API URL is nothing. API URL is up to V3. After V3, only we have to add forward slash and products. Then after I'll generate auth signature. So const auth params equal to generate auth signature. Let's pass URL here, and then after I'll use post request type. And here let's say const. Additionally, also we have to pass authorization header. So next after this, I want auth headers. So object dot keys, and inside here let's pass auth params because this auth params will contain these values like auth signature, auth consumer key, nonce value, signature method timestamp, and the version. So simply, I have to iterate over each value. So key, and then after backtick symbol, dollar, curly pairs, key equals to double quotes, let's say encode UI component, and inside this parenthesis simply auth params, square bracket, and simply pass key here. And finally, all these values I will concatenate with this join method. Save these changes. Now next after this, const, let's say API response equals to await API dot post method, and here simply I have to pass API endpoint, that is products. Then after we have to pass the product data, and to this third argument simply we have to pass the authorization inside these headers. So headers authorization backtick symbol, and it will be auth, and then after it will contain auth header. Now, successfully, this is the complete method where we are passing the product data to this API endpoint by using post request type, and additionally we have passed authorization, and here we have authentication header values. And then after, let's say return, and here it will be response dot data. Now, next after this, what I will do, if I go back to browser, let's go to a headless store, and here, if I click on this My Orders, so we can see that inside this My Orders, this is our orders list, and additionally, here we have button called Refresh Orders. So for the time being, this is an additional concept. So to implement this concept into this headless store, what I will do, I'll create one more button here, and that is called Add Product. And while clicking on that button, simply we'll pass some static values like this here, this complete data object inside this method what we have created. So simply let's open pages folder, then I'll go into my orders, and here let's go and search that button. Here we have refresh orders. So let's copy. I'll go then here, put here, and this time this button will be, let's call it as add product, and here inside is on click, and if I go, and now you can see here we have button called add product. So we want some space between these two buttons. So for that, what I will do, let's add a style attribute here, that is inline css. So style, one more curly pair, let's say margin left, it will be left, and let's pass a value, maybe something 5 pixel. Save these changes. And now we can see that there is a space between this button and this button. Now next after this, what I will do, let's go to this on click event of this add product, and here I'll call it as handle add product to store. Let's copy this function. Then after, let's call here, so add product to store const function name async, and inside this function, what I will do, I'll call this function what we have created inside this api.js file. But remember, while calling this function, also we have to pass product data. So for the time being, what I will do, if I go here inside this function, event handler function, let's say const data equals to, and for the time being, I will pass the static values from this API documentation. So let's copy name, type, regular price, description, and sort description. Let's copy all these parameters. I will pasting it here. So we can see that inside this data object, now here we have the name property, type property, regular price property, description, and sort description. Now next after this, what I will do, let's use try block, catch block, and in case of any error, simply console.log, and here error. Let's go inside this try block. Let's say const, and here let's say response equals to await, and let's copy this function name. I will copy, go here, and inside this function, I will pass this data value. Now, inside this data, here we have a complete object of WooCommerce product values. Now, next after this, simply let's say console.log, and if I print the response, let's say only response, save these changes. Now, let's go here, and if I reload, let's inspect, go to console tab. So when I click on this add to product, simply this button will call this event handler function, and inside this here we have the static values, and these values we are passing inside this function, and this function will call an API endpoint with all those data, and it will create WooCommerce product. So if I go, let's click on this add product button, and now we can see okay, here we have add product to store is not defined. And if I go OK, actually this function we are calling right here inside this event handler function, but also we have to import here. So import, and this is one more function from API file. Save these changes. Again, I will go here. Let's click on this button. And now we can see, and I can see that inside this console.log, it has returned complete object values whose ID is 135. And look at the product name, that is premium quality. And remember, this value, this product name, actually we have passed as a static value while creating that product. So it means successfully we are able to create this product into a WooCommerce product store. So to confirm, let's go here. And if I reload, and now we can see that inside this product store, now we have one more product added, and successfully this product is now available in the product store. So if I go here, let's click on products, open into a new tab, and now we can see premium quality. This is the product what we have added, and this is all other informations. But here, this image is missing. Also, we can see there is no sale price, and here category is also missing. So to fix or to pass all these values, if I go back to this API documentation, and here for categories we have to pass categories property. So what I will do, let's copy this categories key, and here inside this data, let's add one more categories. We have to pass here an array, and inside this array, simply we have to pass ID, and inside this ID, we have to pass the category ID. So this product, I want that if I go into this WooCommerce, not WooCommerce, product, categories. So if I open, now, for example, I want that that product will be inside this clothing. Let's go click on this edit link. So inside this URL, we can see tag ID equals to 16. So 16 is nothing. This is the category ID. So I want that what the product I am creating, this will go inside this category like clothing. So simply let's pass here the 16 value. Now category is fixed. Now I want to fix one more thing, like here we can see inside this premium quality for this product only, there is no SKU value. But here if I see other products of WooCommerce, so all these values are coming inside this SKU, and this is stock keeping unit. I want also this value should come with this product. So what I will do, I have to pass one more attribute here, and that will be SKU, and this is a unique identifier of each product of our product store. So here we have to pass some unique identifier name. So I'll simply call, for example, I want to create this time premium quality one. Let's copy, go here. Let's say premium quality, Q in small. Let's add hyphen here. Now here, SKU value also has been fixed. Now we want two more attributes, that is product image and product sale price. So to pass product image, if I go to the API documentation, so here we have the image property, and inside these images we have to pass an array, and inside this array we have to pass the image ID and the image source URL. So let's copy this property. Then I will go here. So images, and inside these images, let's pass an array. And inside this first object, we have to pass the image ID. And then after into this second object, we have to pass our image source URL. So what I will do, if I go, and here we have something, a dummy source URL. So let's copy this URL. So I will just copy, then after let's hit enter. So we can see that this is the image. So either we can go and download this image, and after download, then we have to upload that image into this media. And into this media, whenever if I click on any of the image, also we can see into URL that is item equals to 107. And 107 is nothing. This is image ID. So for example, I want to use this image for our product. So simply let's copy this 107, pass here, and we want source URL. So in this case, if I go scroll down, so here we have file URL. Let's copy URL to clipboard, copy it, and then after into this src, let's pass that image URL. So image is also has been fixed. Now we want sale price. So for sale price here, the property is something called sale underscore price. In this case, so as we can see, the regular price is 21.99. So in this case, I want to give, for example, 18.99. Save these changes and let's update. So product quality is one okay. All other values. Now if I go here, let's reload. Now if I click on this add product button, and now you can see in return, I'm getting an object, which means that successfully product has been created. Let's go and reload. And now we can see premium quality 1, and here we have the SKU value, and also we can see the sale price value is 18.99, and also we are getting the categories like clothing what we have given, and additionally we are getting a product image. So if I go to our store, and inside this, if I reload, and now you can see that successfully on the basis of informations what basically we have passed while creating a product, all these informations now we are getting into this product store. So successfully, this is the overall concept that how to call an API endpoint of WooCommerce to create a product into our product store. So for this interesting course, interesting journey, please hit the like button to like this video, subscribe to this channel. Now let's meet to our last interesting video of this course. So for this video session, guys, thank you for watching and have a great day.